And I asked him, I'm like, yo, dude, I've always wanted to ask you one question. Why is it that you've never done breakfast or drive? He's like, I have no ambition. I know what I'm good at, which is 9 to 12.
Yeah.
I'm most happiest there. And I will leave the mic when I'm empty.
Wow.
When there's nothing else here.
I can give.
And I could relate to that.
Even while you're doing the good show.
Yeah.
It's like, bloody hell, I have to do another better one.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Yes.
it's the first time in my life, in all my career, where I've had to bask in the glory. So I don't know how to do that. It's still a bit weird for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm already thinking how we're getting to 10 million.
You know what I mean?
I'm already planning that, you know.
Sometimes it's too noisy for my neighbors, and I'll get a text.
Do you?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Wow, man. Nah, bro, Dave, you're the best landlord, man. You know, you get it, you understand it.
Yeah.
And you're not just someone who's just, giving us their facilities. Your wisdom, can always be counted on. One can always call on Brad Dave for advice, for anything, you know.
King David Studio Podcast.
Salams.
Brad Dave! Nice. Always, sir.
Yeah.
You're the landlord, man.
Listen to that.
Huh?
This 1 million thing surely is a big deal.
It's a big deal. It's a huge milestone. It's history. You know what I mean?
Is.
And apart from that, that's macro stuff. But the micro stuff it's a big deal for us. It's a big deal for our community as well. You know, it's really something to look at and say, we're building something here, something real, something tangible. And not to say it starts with 1 million to realize that. I mean, you're almost on 100,000, brother.
I'm this close.
Come on, chillers. This is the landlord, you know. Let's help the landlord get to 100,000 followers and subscribers. After all, the content is amazing that you're doing here, man.
We're
content
documenting
is
history.
really amazing. And Easy does it steadily. I mean, the kind of content that you do is will really stand the test of time. We get to know people at a far, far more deeper level.
That's true.
And I mean, I think 100,000 is nothing. I know you're so close. What are you sitting on? 97,750.
Yes.
When you look back in the next 3, 4, 5 years, it's nothing. But all these small milestones mean a lot. You know, like they say, the journey of 1,000
miles
begins.
Starts with one step.
With one step, exactly. And you're about to take maybe your 10th. So come on, chillers, come on. 100,000. And don't just subscribe, watch the content. It's really amazing. It's full of so much wealth, cultural wealth, people who've been around, and some people affected your lives and you don't even know. I mean, I met Kos Khatebe, the legendary guy who built, the foundation of what Metro FM is. I met him just the other week and I went and watched and I was, wow. Watched the content and I realized it's such like you're sitting on so much history, knowledge that you are documenting,
for us,
untold stories.
The principle is simple. Let's archive it. Let's archive Saul's story. Let's archive McGee's story.
Yes.
Let's archive. So one of these days, you'll be sitting there for a long chat.
Yeah, and they're long, eh? They're long, but they're so beautiful when you watch them. So to be part of it, I can't wait because they're so seamless and so beautiful and so organic. And that's just, your talent as well, man. They're so organic and you go to places. Sometimes when you see an interview of his Kumba, you're like, yo, he's been interviewed so many times. I know his story, but how come it's 2 hours or more?
What are you
talking about? And you watch it and you're glued throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, sir. Keep going.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.
100,000 followers, road to 100,000 subscribers.
Listen to how lousy that sounds. It sounds so light.
Don't compare it to don't compare it to the million. It's it's a big number.
It is.
If we take 100,000 people and we put them in one environment, it's a massive number.
You need the Sun Arena 10 times.
Thank you.
To fill up 100,000 people.
A huge number.
10 times.
It's
so it is
a huge number.
Well done, Otiam. Thank you again.
Sebonga, Brad Dave. Thank you for everything, man. You've done for us.
It's a pleasure hosting you guys here. I enjoy it. Sometimes it's too noisy for my neighbors, and I'll get a text.
Do you?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Wow, man. Nah, Brad Dave, you're the best landlord, man. You know, you get it, you understand it.
Yeah.
And you're not just someone who's just, giving us their facilities. Your wisdom, you know, can always be counted on. One can always call on Brad Dave for advice, for anything. If you are thinking you can always hit on Brad Dave and be like, Brad Dave, this is what's happening. How would you advise me? And it's beautiful to get someone who knows it.
We've had those chats. Yes.
Someone who gets it and understands it and sees what we're building and doing. Even though maybe our energy is far younger, but you get it because you were younger as well at some point doing this kind of stuff. Getting calls from upstairs. People are pissed off, angry. It may not have been blowjobs, but it was blowjobs of the time.
It was probably worse. Thank you again, man. That's
Shout
all,
out, sir.
Thank you very much. It's great. Ula, you are celebrating.
Yeah.
1 million.
Yeah, man. It's unreal, man. It's unreal.
How does it feel?
It's crazy, man. Like I said on the show yesterday, so my phone was blowing up, right? But literally, I was taking care of my daughter and changing nappies. And she literally didn't give a shit.
Literally.
So I only got to grasp the whole thing like late at night to understand how monumental, how big it was. But most of the time I was preoccupied with the young one. But I'm so excited, man. Like I never thought this could happen. I mean, I remember when we were on 10,000 and what's his name? Lasizwe was on 600,000 subscribers. I was telling Len, I was like, there's no way we'd reach that. And now we've surpassed them, and it's unreal. Like it's I can't fathom it. I can't even explain myself.
I remember you telling me the time when there was no money at all, and there was some money, and you took your lady to dinner because like now there's something that can take you out. So there's a lot that's been achieved.
There's a lot, man, and that's why today's episode, the one that we shot, was so nostalgic because. You in radio, man.
Yeah.
You understand, Ori? We are wired in such a way where we don't get time to bask in our acknowledgements and what we've done.
In the glory, you know.
So once you've done a good show, it's like, okay, cool, what's next?
Yeah. So, it's actually, you worry, while you're doing the good show.
Yeah.
It's like, bloody hell, I have to do another better one.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's the first time in my life, in all my career, where I've had to bask in the glory. So I don't know how to do that. It's still a bit weird for me. Because I'm already thinking how we're getting to 10 million.
You know what I mean?
I'm already planning that,
Jeez. Clearly, you've become a proper preoccupied YouTuber. Because a proper YouTuber is preoccupied with the 28 days, with the numbers.
Yeah, I don't want to limit it to a YouTuber. I think creative is the word. Because as creatives, it's like, I'll give you a perfect example. Before I got here, when we were recording, I met Bratibos.
Okay, yes, Mukwele has been waiting. Yeah, he was waiting for me here.
Right?
Yeah.
And I asked him, I'm like, yo, dude, I've always wanted to ask you one question. Why is it that you've never done breakfast or drive? He's like, I have no ambition. I know what I'm good at, which is 9 to 12.
Yeah.
I'm most happiest there. And I will leave the mic when I'm empty.
Wow.
When there's nothing else here.
I can give.
And I could relate to that. So to me, it's not about reaching 1 million or having X amount of views or whatever. It's about, okay, cool, what else do I have left in here?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm always like, okay, cool. That was dope. What's next?
So there's still a lot.
You understand what I'm saying?
There's still a lot inside of you.
Yeah.
There's still a lot of content you still want to do.
Oh, bro, we're just getting started, man. Like, if I could give you a synopsis in my brain for a minute, you'd
There's
collapse.
a lot more coming.
It's too much. It's too much. It's crazy.
Do you live it as much? I remember someone posted on one of your videos. You were doing a chat with the politicians, the young politicians, where that one was talking about expediting.
Yes.
Somebody called commented and said, "Yes, this makes you work like you're a single parent. You always work. You shoot so many shows. So clearly, this has become a proper preoccupation.
It's what feeds my soul.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else I'd be doing if I wasn't creating content. And it's not even about the platform, whether it's on radio, digital, whatever comes next. I there's threads now.
Yes.
Whatever is next.
There's more coming.
But the feeling is the same.
Yeah.
So after a podcast, it's the same feeling as like after doing a dope radio show,
You know that feeling?
Yeah.
So you feel it. When you're driving home, it's like, that was nice. I wish you well. And may you grow to even greater heights. Even the last chat we had here, you said you always worry when things are starting to be good. You worry that
100%.
something is going to disrupt them.
Yeah.
How do you feel now?
I feel good, man, because I realized I don't need to worry about that, and I need to just enjoy the moment. So that's what I'm working on. It's tough, but I don't want to sound here like a spoiled brat. Like, hey, I just reached 1 million subscribers, but it's tough.
It's great.
It's great, I'm just being honest,
Yeah.
But one thing I want to say is, last time I was here, it was probably the only authentic interview I've done, and I really think we need to do another one, because so much has changed since then.
I can only imagine.
There's so much to unpack,
Yeah.
Because right now, which is why I shy away from doing interviews, it's all a trap game, They're trying to talk about cancel culture, the same old stuff that we've spoken about.
And we've done that.
You understand what I'm saying? There's a new chapter, but people don't want to move on because they do things for views and talkability and controversy and whatever.
Clickbait, all of that. Yeah.
So I really enjoyed being here because
thank you, man.
It was like introspection. It was different, man.
And it continues to get views.
And shout out to you, man, for taking the plunge as a geezer,
Yeah, we have to. Start my chance, man. Trust me, I get reprimanded by my friends all the time. But why the hell do you associate Lintonil? And I always say, what you've done for us here is beyond measure. Bringing the young energy, because it's easy for me to be the oldest one in the group of young people, and then I contaminate them to start seeing the world like a grootman. And you guys come here, there's always more noise when you are here than when the rest of my team is here. And I like that energy and that positive energy that we're moving forward. Nothing is going to stop us. Energy. And I remember one of the conversations we had where you were doubting whether you should carry on about a lot of things, and I said we need you to carry on, and because I know I need you to carry on, because you carry on, it gets all of us thinking it's possible. So now podcasts in South Africa has never reached 1 million. You did. All of us can.
Yeah, 100%.
You see,
and I like it that you said that, because people tend to focus on the negative, which is easy to do,
Yeah.
But things like that don't get highlighted. But it's not I don't have any issues against it. I mean, it's a lane that I chose,
Yes.
So I'm used to whatever comes with the content and the stuff that I do.
Yeah.
But I think the proof is in the pudding.
That's true.
In a while, people will understand why.
Yeah.
Like, they will catch up. Like, you know what I mean?
That's true.
Like, they'll get why you are messing with me.
Yes.
It doesn't make sense to them right now, but in a few years' time, they'll understand, okay, cool, this is why,
Yeah.
And I think more than anything, we just got to block the noise and keep pushing, because what else do we have?
I'm this close to 100,000.
Tanko!
Do you remember the feeling?
Oh, man. It was incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. And you must enjoy it, eh?
Yeah, it's worth celebrating.
It is, because once you get to 100, it's easier to get to 500.
I realized that.
And then once you get to 500,
yes.
it's easier to get to 1 million.
Yeah.
So the 100 is the biggest hurdle.
True.
Yeah.
It is. It takes forever.
But once you knock it, then the 500
gets easier and
gets easier.
What do you have to say to those that diehards and they continue to support you?
Hey, man, I just want to say I really appreciate it, because that's the fuel that kept me going,
Yeah.
We did a space yesterday on Twitter, just celebrating 1 million subscribers, and majority of the people were saying that they stumbled upon the podcast during a time in their life when they were going through the worst,
COVID,
wanting to commit suicide, COVID and stuff like that, But the podcast and what it resembles and what it's about made them keep going, And till this day, it's the fuel that they need every day to survive,
Imagine that.
So when you hear things like that, then you balance, the negativity versus the positivity, and then you realize actually there's more positive than negative, and I'm just living my purpose, I'm just a vehicle to as entertainers we heal, whether it's music, radio, TV, we use our pain to heal others, So yeah, man, all I could say is I'm thankful because they are the ones why I'm still doing it.
Yeah. I like the new stuff you do with the serious. But you can't be serious.
No,
but
we're rebranding.
But you try.
We're rebranding.
I realize you can't be serious, but you do your best. Even when the guy is trying to explain why the ANC is expediting delivery, you laugh at the poor guy. So that stuff is gold. Because you're giving a young approach to serious issues in the country, and that gets an audience. And it also exposes your audience to conversations that they would otherwise not have.
Yeah, but it's sad that as a society that an episode where a sex worker is going down on a guy will get more views than the ANC roundtable, a politician roundtable that we did, whiwhich really affects real issues, So it's really unfortunate, but we understand we have to strike a balance.
That's true. Yeah. Because I'm on the other side, the side of the real issues.
Yes.
And I also say it is sad, but I get it. It's sad to have that reality in our society, but I get it. There's a lot at play, and there's a lot, and things like apartheid have won when they've made us not to realize that the important is important.
Exactly.
There's a lot there that we need to fix as a society. We're getting serious.
Yeah.
Atiam, thank you. Tell my people to
hey, please subscribe, man. This is the OG. If you don't subscribe, we're getting cancelled, bro.
Jeez,
we won't have a studio. No, I'm kidding, man. This is my OG. Everybody knows Brad Dave has been with us since day one. So please, if you're watching this in your chiller, show him some love. Because we do.
Thank you, Tiak.
Danko.
There's McG, everybody. 1 million!
King David Studio Podcast.